Who's there?
It's me, Margaret. I brought Jake along. He's been fussing all morning, and I thought some time with Grandma might cheer him up.
You're always bringing that little one around, Natalie.
Could you hold him for a bit? He's getting so heavy. I feel like I'm going to drop him any minute.
You're out in this bone-chilling weather with him. And for what? You're going to wear yourself out carrying that baby everywhere.
Well, I dropped Eric off at the office. I thought I'd swing by for a visit before I go about my day. It's nice to see you, Margaret.
But dragging the baby through the cold, slipping and sliding over the icy roads just to come here. What if you fell? The sidewalks are treacherous right now.
I have to come over, Margaret. I worry about you being alone in this big house.
Jake! Oh, my little Jake. Oh, look at you, my precious little one. Did you have breakfast? Are you keeping Mommy busy?
So, what were you up to this morning, Margaret? The house seems so quiet.
What do I do? Just sit here in this empty house, thinking about all that's gone. Without Walter, there's no one to cook for, no one to chat with over morning coffee. Just me, alone with my thoughts.
Did you at least eat something for breakfast?
I went through the motions, I guess. But no, not really.
Going through the motions isn't enough. Oh, I see yesterday's oatmeal sitting there, untouched. What did you have instead?
Just a slice of toast and apple, and that's it. I didn't feel up for anything else.
Margaret, you know that's not good for you. You need a full meal.
Every time I think about where he might be or if he's at peace, it feels like there's a lump in my throat. What's that you've brought with you?
Fresh Maine lobster, straight from the market.
Lobster?
Yes, it just came in, and I thought I'd bring some over for you. I'm going to make you a warm lobster bisque. It'll be hearty and comforting.
You two are living off of one paycheck. How can you afford to splurge on something like lobster?
Eric's work has been going well, Margaret. I can treat you every now and then. Don't worry about it.
Natalie, my dear.
Yes, Margaret?
Put it down and come sit with me. I don't need anything fancy. I just want your company.
If I leave without cooking it, you'll put it in the freezer and never touch it. Let me prepare it while I'm here. How about I make some garlic butter lobster, too? I'll make a dipping sauce. Maybe add a little side of salad. Would that be all right?
I'll make it myself later if I feel like it. You just leave it and come sit down.
All right, I'll put it in the fridge for now.
Come over here now. You're going to make me ask twice. Come sit with me. I need to talk.
What's wrong, Margaret? You seem so down.
Come here. Let me feel your warmth. My shoulders and back are all knotted up. I need you to work out these aches. I feel like I can't even move right.
You haven't been sleeping, have you? That's why you're all tense and knotted. Let me check. Wow, Margaret, you're as stiff as a board.
You know where to press, Natalie. Eric tries, but he doesn't have the magic touch. Oh, right there. That's it.
Let me get your scalp too, Margaret. You'll feel better afterward. I promise.
My whole body feels like it's dragging. Like my mind's trapped in fog, and I can't get any clarity.
It's because you're not eating right, Margaret. Eric and I both worry about you so much.
Thank you for looking out for me, Natalie.
Did you manage to sleep at all last night?
I took some melatonin and it helped a little, but...
Were you able to rest?
I fall asleep and wake up. Over and over. I can never stay asleep for long. My mind wanders to the past. Those days when Walter and I were newlyweds, living in that little rented place on the edge of Brooklyn. We were young, and the world was so full of possibilities. Sometimes I want to go back, just for a moment. Now this house feels like a battlefield, left wide open and exposed. It's like a cold wind from the Arctic is blowing through every room. it won't leave.
It's completely understandable, Margaret. You two were so close. Even when he'd travel, you'd call him every day just to say you missed him. It's natural to feel this way.
Why would you bring that up?
I just think maybe you should try thinking of him as away on a long trip rather than gone for good. It might make the days a little easier.
And why would I do that?
Because you always talked about trying new things. You mentioned yoga, singing classes, even gardening. Things you wanted to do but never had the chance.
Gardening?
Yes, you have such a love for plants. You've always been drawn to anything that grows and blooms. I can sign you up for all of it. Yoga, singing, and a gardening class. I've already looked into the best places around.
I could do it myself if I wanted. I'm not helpless, you know. I've got enough strength left for that.
I know you do. But let me handle the details this time. As soon as spring comes, you'll have a fresh start waiting.
You're always trying to get me to do things, aren't you?
There's nothing holding you back anymore. You have freedom now. You wanted to explore all these interests, but you put them on hold for him. It's been 2 months, Margaret, and you've spent every day inside. Let me help. I'll cover everything for a whole year, and you can just focus on rediscovering yourself. Staying here alone only makes it harder.
I suppose you're right. It's easy to get lost in memories when there's nothing else to focus on. Sometimes I feel like the past is the only thing keeping me going, but I know I need to move forward too. Thank you, Natalie. Maybe it's time to take that first step.
So, Margaret, I hear Natalie was here again early this morning, cooking up that lobster bisque and leaving it for you. Is that right?
That's right. She was here first thing, dropping off some breakfast and making sure I was fed.
Well, thanks to her, we're really getting the royal treatment today. This soup is just delicious.
Go ahead. Have as much as you like.
Honestly, I remember when you were so against Eric marrying her just because she's a little older than him.
Now, Sylvia, why dig up the past? We've all moved on from that, haven't we?
I have to say, Natalie turned out to be quite a treasure. The way she takes care of you. Well, I'd say she's just about perfect.
You think that kind of devotion comes easily? It takes a special kind of mother-in-law to inspire that. I must be doing something right if she wants to come by every day.
Oh, now don't be so modest, Margaret. You've earned it, I'm sure.
Still, you can tell she's a bit older, can't you? It shows sometimes. What do you mean? Shows how? I mean, when I saw her at the memorial service, I noticed the dark circles under her eyes. She looked worn out, like she'd been up all night. I'd say she could pass for 40. Maybe even older. What are you talking about? You must be joking, Lorraine. That's just plain ridiculous. I'm serious. She may only be 35, but she looks well over 40. Almost 50, even. Listen here, Lorraine. I wouldn't trade my daughter-in-law for anyone, even if she looks a little tired. She's 35, yes, but she has the grace and kindness that money can't buy. What do you mean by that, Margaret? Well, when your daughter-in-law visits, she can barely crack a smile. If she's forced to come around the family, she looks like she's suffering the whole time. I never hear a complaint from Natalie. She comes when I ask, and she goes along with whatever I need. She knows how to treat her in-laws with respect and patience. That kind of loyalty? You don't find that just anywhere. Margaret, I didn't mean to criticize. I'm just saying what I noticed. Saying she looks 50? Really, Lorraine, you shouldn't make such remarks. You don't know what you're talking about.
Lorraine, that wasn't exactly kind.
Oh, come on, Sylvia. I didn't mean any harm. It was just an observation.
If I had a daughter-in-law like Natalie, I'd count my blessings every single day. I'd probably give her an award for being the most dutiful. Honestly, Margaret, you've got it made. You were always saying how much you wished for a daughter, and now you've got one who practically takes care of everything for you. You must feel so fortunate.
You all have no idea how much you should envy me. Natalie's always there when I need her. No complaints, no fuss. She makes my life so much easier.
Looks like you've got some exciting plans coming up in the spring, right?
Oh, she insists on signing me up for not just one, but 3 different classes. I told her I didn't need all that, but she won't take no for an answer. She's even talking about buying me new clothes for the classes. I keep telling her it's too much, but she just won't let it go.
Honestly, I'm a little jealous. I'd love someone to fuss over me like that. You're truly lucky, Margaret.
Margaret, it's clear that Natalie loves you. That's obvious. But I wonder if sometimes you find it a little overwhelming. I won't deny it can be a lot. She's got this way of doing things that I just wouldn't have thought to ask for. Like I never asked for classes or new clothes, but here she is, making those plans. But deep down, I know she just wants to see me happy, and I suppose I appreciate that. I just wish she'd slow down a bit.
Still, you can't argue that she's got her heart in the right place. It's not every day you find someone who wants to go out of their way like that.
I suppose you're right. I wouldn't trade her for anything, that's for sure. Despite all the fussing, I know I've got something special with her. She makes this big empty house feel a little less lonely, and I can't take that for granted.
Well, when spring comes around, you'll be busy with those classes. You'll have a new routine, fresh clothes, and maybe even a fresh perspective. Natalie seems determined to make sure of that.
She certainly is. She's got a way of doing things her own way, but I suppose I don't mind too much. After all, it's a lot better than being here on my own with just my thoughts. Oh, honestly, what a silly fuss. Such nonsense. Gloria, we've been hanging out and going everywhere together for nearly a full year now. You'd think by now you'd feel comfortable enough to share a little something with us. Aren't we close enough by now? Honestly, I just don't feel like sharing the details of my personal life. That's all there is to it.
Well, it's just that I can't really picture Frank as the type to have some big secret, you know. I mean, he's got those movie star looks, but that doesn't mean he'd have a wife and a girlfriend on the side. He seems too genuine for that.
That's exactly what I mean! You've been meeting Frank for lunch for over 3 months now, since the beginning of summer. But the whole time you've barely said a word about him. You're like a vault. Margaret, you sure do have an interesting hobby, prying into people's business. What's so fascinating about Gloria's private life anyway? Come on, Diane. Don't tell me you're not even a little bit curious. I mean, aren't you at least a bit interested in what's going on with her? If Gloria doesn't want to share, she must have her reasons, don't you think? But we're all part of this little gang. We've been through a lot together over the past year, sharing all kinds of things. We know each other so well by now. Look, just because we're friends doesn't mean we need to know every last detail. If Gloria wants to keep something private, then that's her choice. We should respect that, right? Diane, you're always so quick to shut down my curiosity. Why is it that every time I start asking questions, you act like I'm out of line? Margaret, if Gloria doesn't feel like sharing, that's her choice. Let's not pry. Instead, let's focus on our Saturday hike. Where do you ladies want to go? Well, I'd vote for Mount Adams. It's the closest to my place, and I've heard it's beautiful this time of year. You always choose what's most convenient for you, don't you, Gloria?
Or we could head to Willow Hill. The wildflowers are in full bloom now, And the views are supposed to be stunning.
And we could pick some herbs and flowers along the way. Make it a whole day of foraging and hiking. Are we even allowed to pick flowers up there? I'm not sure if that's allowed. It's fine as long as we're respectful and careful. We're just picking enough to make some small bouquets or maybe press into keepsakes.
Sounds like the perfect spring picnic. We could make a nice lunch, bring some blankets, and really make a day of it.
Absolutely. It's the perfect time of year for it. A little picnic, some fresh air, and good friends. It's exactly what we need to celebrate spring. Honestly, if it weren't for all the fun we have, I'd have left this group ages ago, just to avoid Diane's bossy attitude. Margaret, do you remember when you first came to the yoga center? It was almost exactly this time last year. You seemed so lost and overwhelmed. Did I really seem that out of it? Yes, but look at you now. Isn't it wonderful how much a good group of friends can change things? It's a blessing to have people to share with. You're right. Back then, life felt so empty and aimless. I was afraid of falling into a dark place, but having all of you around helped me find my way. I couldn't be more grateful.
Margaret, these strawberries might be a little soft, but they're still so sweet. They're just right, don't you think? You should try some. I think you'll love them.
Well, even if they're a bit mushy, strawberries are strawberries. They're full of vitamins and good for the soul, and that's what counts. I could use a little sweetness today anyway.
Exactly.
And where's Eric?
He's in the living room, totally absorbed in that baseball game.
You know how he gets.
Once he's watching, he can't tear himself away.
Tell him to come out and join us, or maybe bring him a bowl so he can snack along.
Eric! Eric!
What's going on?
Come out here and have some strawberries. They're really good. Margaret, make sure you put on sunscreen tomorrow before you head out. That spring sun might feel nice, but it'll catch up with you if you're not careful.
You're right about that. I'll slather it on. Oh, by the way, are you free next Tuesday?
Sure, I should be. What do you have in mind, Margaret?
I need a ride over to Greenwood. Around lunchtime.
Visiting Lorraine, right?
Yes, she wants to show me some new things she got. She's been going on about it, so I thought I'd finally go take a look.
Of course. I'd be happy to drive you.
Thank you. It feels like my schedule is packed these days. Tomorrow I'm off on a hike, and the day after that I've got that flower arranging exhibit.
It sounds like you've really been enjoying yourself with your friends, Margaret. It's nice to see.
Well, I'm nearing 70 now, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's how important it is to have good friends by your side. When you're alone, it's even more crucial.
Yes, Margaret. Especially since you and Walter shared such a close bond. It's wonderful to have people around who understand what you're going through.
Absolutely. When you're young, you can fill your time with hobbies or take yourself out for a drink. But when you're older, you really need companionship. There's a lot of comfort in having someone who knows what it's like.
I'm so happy you have that. It's one of the most important things, really.
You know, I used to wonder about that saying, invite a neighbor out for coffee to make a friend. Now I get it. A simple gesture like that can really build something meaningful.
It's so true. Having a friend you can rely on makes all the difference. It's good to have people nearby, like my dad does. He's always staying active and making new friends, which is why he's been doing so well on his own.
Your father's doing remarkably well, isn't he? Seeing him adjust so gracefully to being on his own has taught me a lot. It's comforting to know there are plenty of ways to stay connected, especially when you're willing to explore them.
Speaking of exploring, Margaret, I actually wanted to discuss something important with you.
Oh? What's on your mind? Eric, are you coming out here for these strawberries or what? Yeah, I'm here. These strawberries are tart but refreshing. Try a few, Eric.
Margaret, I wanted to tell you about an opportunity that came up. My former boss, the one I worked for before Jake was born, reached out to me. He's starting a new design company and he wants me to join.
Natalie, are you serious? We talked about this already. I thought we agreed that it wasn't a good idea for now.
Hold on, Eric. Let me finish explaining.
Your old boss is launching a new company. That's something, especially in this economy. Oh, these strawberries are more sour than I thought.
Yes, it is surprising. But he made me a very appealing offer, and it's enough to make me consider going back to work.
How appealing are we talking about here?
$50,000 a year?
Natalie, come on. You're going to put Jake in daycare for that?
Eric, it's not a small sum. It's substantial enough that we could really benefit from it. I think it's worth considering.
That's quite a nice offer indeed.
So, Margaret, I wanted to ask if you could help me with something. I'm thinking of putting Jake in a full-day daycare program, but it ends at 6. If you could handle the drop-off, pick him up, and maybe keep him for an hour or two in the evening, I could make this work. It'd only be 2 hours a day.
I don't think that's going to work, Natalie.
What?
I'm not interested in that arrangement. I've heard of plenty of mothers who hire babysitters for this sort of thing. I'm not up for it.
Margaret, you were just so warm and cheerful. Now you've turned so cold just like that.
Well, I just lost my appetite. You know I have a full schedule, and this would just make things awkward. Find someone else to handle it.
Understood. I'm sorry I asked, Margaret.
Mom, I know Natalie going back to work is a lot, but don't you think you're being a bit unfair? Unfair? If you're not ready for the responsibilities of childcare, maybe it's not the right time to go back to work. You know, plenty of grandmothers don't rearrange their lives to babysit every day.
I see. I apologize for asking. I realize it's not your responsibility.
For $50,000, you can easily afford a good babysitter. I'm sure there are plenty around the neighborhood who can do this. But Mom, how could we just leave Jake with someone we barely know? He's still so young. Well, I'm not available for that. But I do know some people from the yoga center who babysit. I could ask around if you're interested.
Thank you, Margaret, but I'll take care of it.
Don't rely on family for everything. It's too much pressure. Mom, you're being difficult.
Margaret, I'm sorry if I assumed too much by asking you. I know it's not your job, but it does sting. I didn't expect anything in return, but your response makes me feel like all my efforts have been overlooked. Hearing you tell me not to lean on you feels like a rejection. It's more painful than I anticipated. So I went ahead and hired someone to help with Jake's drop-offs and pickups. I thought it would make things easier, but just 7 months into my new job, I realized I was wrong. I had no choice but to quit. Every time Jake came down with a fever or needed extra care, it felt like I was a criminal at work, as if taking care of my own child was a punishable offense. Sure, the paycheck was nice, but as soon as you become a working mom, everything, absolutely everything, becomes your responsibility. And as for my husband, well, you might have guessed it already. He's busy with work, always going out for drinks with colleagues or meeting up with friends. 3 nights a week, he's rolling in late. But me? I never got a single day off. Jake sick? I'm there. Work keeps me late? I'm there. Holidays come and go, and I'm still expected to make an appearance with his family. For 8 long months, I didn't have a single moment to rest. Sylvia and Lorraine, I thought I'd make us a big pot of chicken and vegetable soup today. You both love a hearty soup, and it's perfect for a day like this. I thought it'd be a nice treat. Natalie, honestly, you never cease to amaze me. You're always so thoughtful and always so good in the kitchen. You really do have a special talent, making anything taste great. By the way, I set aside some money just for you. Lorraine and I both pitched in, and this is just for you, Natalie.
Oh, Sylvia and Lorraine, you both really didn't have to. But thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Now listen, don't go sharing it with Margaret. You hear me? She's got plenty of her own. She doesn't need a single cent of this.
Don't worry, Sylvia. I promise it's all mine. I won't give her a dime. Margaret, how's that scar from your surgery? Are you healing up all right? Mind if I take a peek? Oh, Lorraine, honestly, you're always so blunt, aren't you? It's not some show and tell spectacle. Why are you always so eager to look at scars?
Margaret, we're just glad it's over and done with. They say appendicitis is usually simple, but I've heard plenty of stories about it turning into a whole ordeal. It's lucky it didn't get any worse.
Yes, Margaret. My kids were saying that if it only took 2 or 3 days in the hospital, then it must have been a pretty straightforward procedure. That's what they told me. The doctor said my appendix was incredibly inflamed. He said if I had waited any longer, it might have burst, and then I'd have needed a much more complicated surgery. I really dodged a bullet there. Anyway, Margaret, you really do have all the luck. You've got children who take care of you, and even with the surgery, it seems like you had the best care possible. You really got treated well. If you say so. And Natalie here, bless her heart, has always got her hands full. She just can't catch a break, can she? I mean, right after she'd just given birth, here you go needing surgery. It's like as soon as she got done with recovery from having Chloe, not even 2 months later, your appendix decides to act up. Lorraine, are you really envious that I got to lie around recovering from surgery? Maybe just a little. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. When I twisted my ankle, my daughter-in-law barely glanced my way. I didn't even get a cup of tea, let alone a day of rest. And it's not just my daughter-in-law. Young folks today are so different. You're incredibly lucky with Natalie, Margaret. I don't think I'll ever have that kind of help. I'm almost green with envy. Babe, are you going to take a shower?
Not yet. I just wanted to lie down for a bit before I get up to clean up. Why?
Well, then why don't you go lie down on the couch?
The couch? Why should I?
Because honestly, you smell like sweat. I mean, come on, Natalie. You're supposed to be a lady.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
It's June, Natalie. It's hot. If you've been sweating, shouldn't you, I don't know, maybe take a shower? It's kind of hard to ignore.
And do you think I've just had all the time in the world to take a quick, refreshing shower today? Do you have any idea what my day has been like? I've been at your mom's house taking care of guests, preparing snacks, making meals, and running around every time there was a knock at the door. Then I finally come home, and I've been chasing after the kids nonstop.
Oh, come on. It's not like you were the only one taking care of the kids. I fed them, bathed them, and put them to bed both today and yesterday, mind you. Even the baby.
Oh, is that so? You did all that, huh? Thanks for your weekend effort, Eric. I'm really impressed. But maybe you forgot I've been taking care of your mom for the last 8 days straight, ever since her surgery. She's not my mom, remember? She's yours. And it's been a parade of people coming and going every day, practically like a public event.
Well, she's popular. People want to come by and see her, you know? She's got a lot of friends who care.
Popular? That's your excuse? Eric, look at me. Look at my face. You see these chapped lips? You think I have the luxury to care about showering right now? You really want to bring up my sweat when you see what I've been through.
I'm just saying, maybe you could take a quick shower. It'd be better for both of us. Then we wouldn't have to have this kind of conversation.
Unbelievable. I don't even know what to call you right now. Husband? Partner? What kind of man says this to his wife? You know what? Fine. Let's pretend I owed a debt to your family from a past life, and that's why I'm stuck doing this now. I'll keep quiet, but trust me, I'm holding it together by a thread right now. One more word and this will get ugly.
Wow, Natalie, calm down. It's just a bit of caregiving. What's the big deal?
Oh, just a bit, you say? You think taking care of your mom is just a bit of caregiving? When have you spent even an hour doing it? Do you know what it's like having people drop in every day, acting like they're doing us a favor by visiting, while I'm the one running around, cleaning up, making sure everyone's taken care of? It's exhausting, Eric.
Well, what am I supposed to do? People want to stop by, and they're there to see her. You can't exactly tell people not to visit her, can you? Besides, I heard that some of them even brought food and cleaned up after themselves, didn't they?
Sure, a couple of groups might have done that. But the rest? Who do you think is handling it all? Who's picking up the slack? It's been nonstop. I'm just about ready to lose it.
Look, I hired a babysitter for the kid, didn't I? I thought that was helping.
You know what, Eric? Thanks for the babysitter. That really makes up for everything, doesn't it? Let's just end this conversation. I'm sorry if my smell offends you. I wouldn't want to upset you further. I'll be sure to handle it, cold-hearted as you are.
Natalie, why are you being so dramatic? It's not like my mom's been sick for months on end. What are you going to do when she's really unwell, huh? If she were to lose her memory or need full-time care, what then?
Eric, listen to me. I'm this close to losing my temper. So unless you want to see just how upset I can get, I suggest you keep quiet. I don't need to hear another word. I mean it. What kind of husband talks like this? Seriously, why do you have so much to say right now?
So, Natalie, how's Jake doing these days? I heard he was having some issues. Is he feeling any better now?
Eric's been taking him to see a specialist at the ENT clinic. They're keeping a close eye on things, doing all these checkups and tests. You know how it is. One day it's nothing, and the next you're at the doctor's.
You must be running yourself ragged. When you have a house full of little ones, there's hardly ever a moment of peace, right? It's always something. One thing after another.
Yes, you're absolutely right. There's always something going on. It seems like just when one thing settles down, another pops up.
Listen, Natalie. I have to say this because I care about you.
Yes, Lorraine?
I really think it's time you stop having more kids. I mean it. You've already got 3 little ones. That's plenty.
Yes, I know, Lorraine. It does feel like a lot sometimes.
It's wonderful to see you and Derek so close and so happy together. It's beautiful when a couple loves each other enough to bring children into the world. And don't get me wrong, in these tough times, raising a family is a real act of love. But Natalie, enough is enough. This world is a tough place, and raising children takes a lot out of you.
I understand what you're saying, Lorraine. Eric has always dreamed of a big family, you know? He loves the idea of a bustling household with kids running around, filling the house with noise and laughter. And I admit, I do too. It feels like we're building something meaningful together.
It's great that Eric's able to provide, that he has a good job and can give you that stability. It must feel wonderful knowing that you're both doing well. It's not just the finances, but, you know, the whole picture. But trust me, take my advice. 3 is more than enough. You're still young, but you don't want to overdo it. I had to, and let me tell you, the effects don't show right away. But once you get to my age, those pregnancies catch up with you. Your body doesn't forget, Natalie. Every baby changes things.
I hear you, Lorraine. Honestly, after this last one, I'm not sure I have the energy to go through it all again. I feel like I've reached my limit.
You've done a lot already, Natalie. I just hope you realize that your body has limits, even if you don't feel them right now. I know how much you love your children, and they're beautiful, every one of them. But don't forget about yourself in all this. You've done a remarkable job raising 3 kids. But it's your life too. You have to take care of yourself. Here, take this. It's a little something just for you. Go out, buy yourself something nice, and don't tell Eric. Have a nice meal. A little treat just for you.
Oh, Lorraine, you're too kind. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Natalie. By the way, does Margaret help out at all with the kids? I know she's busy, but does she give you any support?
Margaret? She's always got something going on. She has her own life and seems pretty content. She's definitely not one for babysitting.
That sounds about right. She's probably off enjoying herself somewhere, having the time of her life. But tell me, Natalie, doesn't it bother you to see her so carefree while you're running around taking care of everything?
Well, I mean, I suppose it could, but…
Look, Natalie, I get it. It's natural that you're the one raising your kids. They're your children, after all. That's not something I'm questioning. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to stir up trouble or start any drama here. But why worry so much about what your mother-in-law does or doesn't do? Focus on your children, on raising them well. That's what matters most. I came down here all the way to this recovery floor just to tell you that. I didn't want to barge into your room upstairs. I was worried I'd disturb your rest. I figured I could talk to you here without getting in the way of your recovery. So I called you down to say this.
Thank you for the advice, Lorraine. I appreciate you coming by.
You know, there's just something so warm and lively about a family with kids. The house is bustling and noisy, and it feels so full of life. That's what a family should be, right? Everyone can see how beautiful that is. But here's the thing, Natalie. I can't stand watching Margaret live this carefree life of hers. She's got you constantly helping out, and she just enjoys her days, satisfied with herself. All she and her son Eric do is indulge in their hobbies. Just the two of them. It's frustrating, really, to see them so wrapped up in themselves. Even their friends call it selfish. And they're right. It's the very definition of self-centeredness.
I understand, Lorraine. I can see why that might bother you.
But you know what? If they're happy living like that, who am I to judge? What does it matter if it's selfish? At the end of the day, if they're content, then that's what really matters, right? They only live once, and they're doing what makes them happy. But remember this, Natalie. You only get one life too. You deserve to enjoy it, just like they do. After all, you're doing the hard work now, raising these little ones. When your youngest finally starts walking and heads off to preschool, that's your moment. That's when you can start to reclaim a bit of life for yourself. When that time comes, take it. Take some of that money Eric earns and go out. Travel, see things, and live for yourself a little.
I appreciate that, Lorraine. I'll keep your advice in mind. But honestly, I think I found a lot of joy in my life as it is. My children bring me so much happiness.
I'm glad to hear that, Natalie. And I didn't mean to offend you. I just want to make sure you know that it's your choice to live the life that feels right for you.
No offense taken, Lorraine. Thank you for caring.
Good. Don't let anyone else tell you how to live. Make your own choices and live by them. I apologize if I overstepped. So, you're really planning to go ahead with the surgery?
Yes, Margaret. The doctor's been recommending it every time we visit the ENT clinic. Jake's tonsils are just too large, and it's affecting his breathing and sleep. They've been urging us to remove them.
What? Jake really needs his tonsils out? Are his tonsils so bothersome that you have to go through with surgery? I mean, he's just a kid. Isn't it a bit much?
Margaret, it's not that simple.
Doesn't seem like kids get tonsillitis as much these days, do they? Is it really necessary?
But with Jake's case, I really don't see an alternative. It's better to handle this while he's young rather than waiting until it's a bigger problem.
So it's really the better option then, huh?
Yes, it is. Our neighbor's son had it done, and ever since, he hasn't had a single throat infection. He's so much happier, and they're relieved. I want that for Jake, too.
Well, fine. At the end of the day, I suppose parents know what's best for their own children.
Yes. And about Chloe and Hannah.
I know. Eric already told me. And now you're saying the babysitter can't come because she's got COVID.
That's right, Margaret.
And it's only supposed to be a couple of days in the hospital, isn't it?
Yes, Margaret. Just 2 or 3 days. That's all.
Figures. Of course Eric has to go on a sudden work trip right when you need him here. I guess it's up to me to step in. I suppose I'll have to take them in, no matter how inconvenient.
Thank you so much, Margaret. I'm getting everything ready. Meals, snacks, clothes, all packed. I'll have it all prepped for you.
Fine. You know, I raised my own kids without help. Who do you think took care of Eric and Emily, who's now over in the UK? I managed it all back then, too.
I know you did. And thank you again for doing this. Also, I was hoping you could help with daycare pickups for the next couple of days.
Just send me a message with everything I need to know. If you say it now, I'll probably forget half of it.
Absolutely. I'll write it all down. I'll be there tomorrow at 10 a.m. with their things. I'll take care of drop-offs at preschool in the morning, so you won't have to worry about that.
All right, sounds good.
Oh, and Margaret? You recently started those singing classes, right? Are you okay missing one?
Well, it's not like I'm preparing for some big concert or getting a degree. At this point, my priority is to help with the kids, not worry about my hobbies.
Thank you. Just so you know, Hannah wakes up often during the night. You might lose some sleep.
2 days? I think I can handle that.
I really appreciate it, Margaret.
All right, now focus on getting through Jake's surgery. How's he doing right now? Did he eat anything?
He says swallowing hurts a bit, but he's okay otherwise. He's managing.
All right, I'll let you go. I can't believe this. I thought I was done with all this. Just when you think you're finished raising kids, the grandkids bring a new round of chaos.
This is the first time I've asked you for help like this. Thank you for understanding. It's an emergency, and I really need the support.
Hello?
Hi, Margaret. It's me again. How are things going?
Hold on. Chloe! Chloe! You little rascal! Who taught you to be so wild? Look at this mess! What were you thinking?
Grandma, why did you hit me? It hurts!
Margaret, what's going on over there? Chloe, you troublemaker! You need a good smack for this! You've spilled water all over the table! I don't know how I'm supposed to handle this.
Margaret, please, don't be too hard on her.
Natalie, I've got to go. Chloe just made a huge mess and I need to clean it up. She knocked over a whole bottle of water. It's a disaster.
I'm so sorry, Margaret. I didn't mean for you to deal with so much.
Why do people have kids? Honestly, I could have been at my friend's 70th birthday right now, but here I am babysitting. It's exhausting.
How's Hannah doing?
I'm sure she's fine. Why do you keep calling?
I've called 3 times in the past 2 days, Margaret. Please, I'm begging you, don't hit my child. Even if it's just a light tap. I don't want Chloe getting hurt. Why would you even need to do that? It really bothers me. Why would you hit her at all? How did we end up like this? With me asking her not to hit my child? Margaret, where did you hit Chloe? She's still crying and saying it hurts. Could you please check where she's hurt?
Excuse me?
Yes?
You've got some nerve, Natalie. Do you really think I would hurt my own granddaughter? I'm Chloe's grandmother, for goodness sake. Are you seriously accusing me of mistreating her?
No, Margaret, that's not what I meant. I'm just concerned, that's all.
Enough. Just hang up. I'll bring the kids to the hospital right now, so you can take over directly if you're so worried. Watching them is a thankless job, and I've had enough. I shouldn't have to do this.
This is unbelievable. I've been part of this family all these years, and yet here I am being treated like this. What did I get myself into? It's exhausting.
It hurts, Mom! It really hurts!
Hey, Natalie. Look. Here, I brought them over.
Eric, what is going on? Why are the kids here? You know this isn't a place for them.
I got a call from my mom late last night.
What? What does she want? Why would she be calling you at that hour?
She's saying that one of her friends from yoga is celebrating her 70th birthday today. It's a huge deal, and she felt she really needed to be there.
Are you serious? And that's supposed to explain why you brought the kids here?
Well, she said it's not just any birthday. They're celebrating it at a big house out in the countryside, you know? Margaret said it's a reunion for all her yoga friends. People she hasn't seen in ages. Apparently, they've been planning it for months.
So because her friend turned 70, and she hasn't seen these people, she's ditching Jake's post-surgery care to go to some reunion? She left me here, and now you've brought the kids. Are you seriously telling me this right now?
Don't say it like that. She said it's a very important event for her, and she didn't want to miss it.
Important? You don't think Jake's surgery is important? I mean, he just went under the knife, and you're telling me Margaret thinks a birthday party is more pressing than her own grandchild's recovery? I'm speechless.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. She made a choice, and here we are. I thought you'd understand.
Oh, I understand, all right. But what I don't understand is why you brought them here. This is a hospital, Eric. I'm supposed to be taking care of Jake, not managing Chloe and Hannah, too.
My mom said it was best if you handled them. They're better off with you than at some party, don't you think?
And where do you think they're going to stay? This isn't a 4-bedroom. It's barely enough for Jake, and now you think I can manage all 3 kids here?
Well, I figured it's not a regular shared room. At least you've got more space here than in a standard hospital room.
Unbelievable. So just because it's a bigger room, you thought I'd have no problem managing 3 kids in the middle of a hospital? Are you serious right now? Where do you expect me to put them all?
I brought Hannah's portable crib. I thought it would be fine.
Eric, do you even realize what you're asking? Nurses come in and out all the time. This is a hospital, not a nursery. I'm here because our son just had surgery. And now I'm supposed to take on all this too? I can't believe you thought this was acceptable.
Natalie, please don't start with me. I barely got any sleep. I was up at 4 a.m. to pack things, drive home, gather up everything we'd need, then head over to Mom's to pick up the kids. I even had to bathe them and get them ready before coming all the way here. Do you know how exhausting that was?
Oh, really? So what? You're the one who's suffering here? Like I've been sitting here relaxing or something, right?
I drove 3 hours from the worksite just to be here, and I have to turn around and go back. I'm swamped. I've got things to deal with at work. Accidents on site, things you wouldn't believe. I need to get back, and I have no choice. I have to make a living, don't I? You'll have to handle this somehow. Find a new sitter if you need to. I can't do it all. My head's about to explode. I'm going back.
Oh my God. This can't be real. I have to be dreaming. This nightmare isn't happening. Mom! Mom! I'm right here, Jake. I'm right here. How are you feeling, sweetheart? Are you in any pain? My head feels like it's spinning, like I'm on a merry-go-round, but it won't stop. And your throat? How's that feeling? Does it hurt when you swallow? Yeah, Mom. It feels like I'm swallowing sandpaper and it stings really bad. Would you like to eat something now? I don't want anything. I feel too sick to eat. They say it's normal to lose your appetite after surgery, Jake. But you really need to try to eat something. You know, the sooner you start eating, the sooner we can think about getting you back home. I don't want to eat, Mom. I don't want anything. I understand, honey. How about something cold? Maybe some ice cream? Something smooth that won't hurt when you swallow. Yeah, I think I'd like that. Ice cream would be okay. All right, then. Let's get you some ice cream in just a minute. But you have to at least try, all right? You need it if we're going to get those medicines working and keep you feeling better. Chloe, sweetheart, please. You can't hang on my neck like that right now. You're going to make me drop everything. Chloe!
Mom, I don't feel good.
Excuse me, ma'am. I hate to say this, but your baby's been fussing for a while now, and my husband is finally asleep. He just had a pretty strong dose of medication, so he's a little sensitive. We're all in this room together, so please, can you keep it down? Yes, of course. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to keep things calm. Thank you for your patience. Oh, I think I'm losing my mind. I can't believe this is happening.
Mommy! Mom!
Chloe, sweetheart, I know you're tired, but you've got to stop pulling on me. I have Hannah on my back already. Just give me a little space, okay? Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but could you please do something about these kids? I've been in hospitals many times, and I have never seen anyone trying to manage so many children in a shared room. You've got to understand, I have a child here who just came down from the ICU. We all need rest, and this is a bit much, don't you think? I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I didn't have a choice. I apologize. I understand, but my child's health is delicate. We need to be mindful of each other, please. Oh no, not now. I can't deal with him right now. It's like I'm in hell. This can't be my life. I can't believe this is happening. If I answer this, I know I'll lose it. I can't take any more. Hey, hon. Are the kids asleep? I just got into the hotel now. Finally settled in. You've got to be kidding me. Seriously? Don't even think about messaging me right now, Eric. I swear if you send another text, I'm this close to blocking you. I can't handle another word from you at this moment. Hey, lady, the one with 3 kids. I see you doing your best, but we're all trying to sleep here. Maybe you could move to the waiting room. It's just too much noise in one room. We need some rest. Yes, I understand. I'm so sorry for all this. We'll move. Mom, everything hurts. I don't want to be here anymore.
Mom, I'm sleepy and it hurts.
Chloe, honey, I know you're uncomfortable. Come here. Let's go to the waiting room. We'll make a little nest and sleep there. I'll bring some blankets and make sure you're cozy. Come on, let's go. That night, I spent it in the waiting room with Chloe and Hannah, with both of them in my arms. Jake, recovering from surgery, lay in his hospital bed, and I could hear him stir as he tried to sleep. Tears fell down my cheeks as I held my daughters close, feeling their small bodies warm against me. I cried for hours, my heart breaking over and over again. I was tired of giving everything to a family that took everything from me. The next morning, I went through the discharge process for Jake. Margaret called and texted multiple times, but I ignored her. I didn't have the energy to respond, to explain myself, or to listen to whatever justification she had for leaving us in the lurch. As I walked out of the hospital, I made a decision that would change things forever. From that moment on, I vowed to stop catering to Margaret's every whim. I wouldn't make her meals, I wouldn't drive her around, and I wouldn't be her companion at family gatherings. All of the things I did, thinking it would bring us closer, I would stop. She and Eric could handle it themselves. I'd finally come to realize that Margaret and I would never be anything more than in-laws. I'm not sure why it took me so long to see that she would never see me as her daughter. I thought that if I gave enough, if I tried hard enough, I could become a part of her family. But I was wrong. From now on, I'll give to her the same way she's given to me, with as little as possible. I won't lift a finger unless I have to, and I'll be sure to remind Eric that he can't expect me to cater to his mother any longer. I'll let him see what it's like to be the one always giving, and maybe then he'll understand what I've been through. Never again will I ask her for anything. Not a shred of help. I'm done. Margaret and I are just people who happen to be tied by marriage. And from now on, that's all we'll ever be.
Natalie, it's me.
Yes, Margaret, I'm here.
This weekend I've got to make a trip to Costco. I was hoping you could take me.
I'm afraid you'll have to discuss that with Eric. I've mentioned before, from now on, anything you need, you can speak directly to him about.
Eric? Are you serious? He works all the time. Do you really expect him to drop everything and drive me to Costco in the middle of the workday?
Then go on the weekend when he's off. It's a simple solution.
You're really going to stand there and act like this? What's gotten into you?
Is this the only reason you called, Margaret? To question my behavior?
Well, no, not exactly. But why are you being so difficult all of a sudden? I don't understand what this is all about.
If you don't know by now, then perhaps you never will. And honestly, it doesn't concern me whether you understand or not.
I can't believe you're holding such a grudge over not being there for one day at the hospital. I actually praised you to Lorraine, Natalie. I even criticized her daughter-in-law by comparison, only to realize now that you're much worse than I ever thought. You're 3 times as stubborn as she ever was.
You can say whatever you like, Margaret. It makes no difference to me. Your words don't carry any weight with me anymore. I'm hanging up now. I have things to do.
Natalie! Natalie, don't you think you're overreacting?
Overreacting? How exactly do you think I'm overreacting, Eric? Spell it out for me.
You and Mom used to get along so well. Now all of a sudden, you're letting one incident ruin everything between you two? Is that really necessary?
The only reason we got along was because I made an effort, Eric. Do you realize that? I've asked her for help exactly twice in our marriage. The first time, she turned me down without hesitation. The second time, when Jake needed surgery, she didn't just turn me down, she made things even worse.
She's my mother, Natalie. I think you're being unfair. Can't you see that sometimes people make mistakes, especially with family? She didn't mean to hurt you. Why do you have to be so rigid about this?
Yes, she's your mother. But she's not mine, Eric. I've been accommodating her all these years for your sake.
Do you have to say it like that?
I'll tell you this, Eric. I am seriously considering divorce. I want you to know that.
Divorce? Really? Why would you say that? What did I do that's so unforgivable?
What did you do? If our kids weren't so young, I would have left the day after Jake's surgery. You need to understand how serious this is. If you want to save our marriage, start thinking about why you're here and what it means to be a husband and a father. I don't think you understand that yet. You're acting like your mother's little boy instead of the man you should be for this family.
Is that really what you think? You're making this a question of loyalty now?
Eric, you should be angry at your mother, not me. That's where your loyalty should be. To me and to our family. You know exactly where your daughters had to sleep that night. Yet you still have the nerve to blame me?
But she's my mom, Natalie. She's an elder. She comes first. Everyone makes mistakes, especially parents. Sometimes they don't mean to hurt us. Can't you see that?
Mistake? Why do you keep calling it that? It wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. She made the deliberate decision to put herself first. You're prioritizing your mom while the mother of your daughters is breaking down. You need to understand the damage that does. I've drawn my line with her, and it's not going to change. If you draw a line with her, it won't end the world. She has friends, a social life. But if I'm miserable, don't expect our kids to grow up happy and healthy. You need to consider what you want for your family and who you're really committed to here. Do you get it? I've tried to cope with the wounds Margaret has left me by staying away from her house. It's uncomfortable to visit, but it's also uncomfortable not to. Still, the peace I get from not going far outweighs the awkwardness of showing up. I know Eric is disappointed with my decision, and he makes comments now and then, urging me to be the bigger person or to let things go. Yet even though he hints, he never outright asks me to go anymore. He knows how deep those wounds run and what she has done to strain our family over the years. But what really stings? What gets to me more than anything is his inability to grasp how much this has affected me. He can read his mother's emotions so well, like some innate skill he's mastered. But mine seem to go unnoticed. I can't quite put my finger on why that disappoints me so much. I suppose I wish he could feel, just for a moment, the weight I carry. How much I feel unseen in all this. He understands every flicker of her mood, but he struggles to see me hurting right in front of him. I realize, though, that I can't make him see it. I can't keep waiting for him to notice the toll this has taken on me. So for now, I'm choosing not to go. And I'm slowly coming to terms with the fact that he may never fully understand why. But at least I know, deep down, I'm doing what I need to do to protect my own peace. Dad, this year it's like our family's hit with some bad luck. It feels like everything's falling apart, you know? What's going on with us?
Well, honestly, I'm not complaining one bit.
Oh, really? You enjoy coming over to my house to help out, picking up all the slack?
Well, that twisted ankle of yours, it'll heal up eventually. But I see this as a great chance, you know. I'll get to spend time with my girl and see my grandkids as much as I want. I wouldn't trade that for anything.
Aw, Dad.
So don't just sit there like you're about to fall over. Go ahead, lie down. Take a rest.
What? You're over here making a big batch of chili and you're telling me to go lie down?
Well, why not? I'll take any chance I can get to see you resting. Just the sight of you relaxing makes me happy, you know.
Dad, remember when I was in high school? You used to yell at me to stop studying so late and go to bed early. You'd practically order me to get some sleep.
Yeah, well, your mom had always been so frail. We lost her too soon because of it. I couldn't help but worry about you, knowing you were all I had left. So of course I'd do whatever it took to make sure you were okay.
I can tell you still worry, but you're great with the kids, Dad. Watching you handle everything really makes me think back to when you raised me on your own. You've got this down to a science. It's like you're some kind of super dad, really.
I had to figure it out early, you know. I've been looking after you since you were 2. I'd even take you on the boat with me, strapped to my back when there was no other way.
Yeah, I know. Sylvia and Lorraine told me all about how you did that. You really did a lot.
Well, here, take a taste of this. What do you think? Is the seasoning right?
This is good. You nailed it, Dad.
Maybe I should add a little more spice, though. What do you think?
Nah, it's already perfect. You've got it just right. But, Dad?
Yeah?
Don't your friends ever give you a hard time? I mean, not going back to your own place and all. Just staying here with us?
Well, that's the thing, Natalie.
When you get older, you start to realize being alone isn't so bad. You wouldn't understand just yet.
No, I guess I wouldn't. I love all the noise and chaos the kids bring, actually. It's just comforting to me.
That's because you haven't reached my age. Once you get there, you'll see it's actually a relief not to have to deal with all the drama that comes from friends, family, neighbors, even people you've known forever. They'll take offense at every little thing. You end up better off just keeping to yourself, going hiking, exercising, maybe checking in now and then, but mostly just enjoying your peace.
Not like Margaret, though. She's the complete opposite. She loves having people over, keeping things lively. She can't get enough of it.
Really? Well, I'm glad to be here with you. I honestly prefer it over being back in Seattle.
How's that?
Because, living on my own there, I'd have people knocking on my door constantly, wanting me to go out drinking with them. It's like they're always around, bothering me. I'd rather be somewhere I can actually relax.
I guess I can see that now. My husband, who always expected me to go out of my way for his mother, looked like he was completely thrown off when I strained my wrist in the shower. I couldn't take care of the kids, so I called my dad to come down from Seattle and help out. Eric seemed really stressed about it, having someone he barely knows around our home. I can understand. Sharing your space with an older guy you aren't close with isn't exactly a walk in the park. It's like being stuck with a stale cup of coffee that just leaves a bitter taste in your mouth and lingers longer than you'd like.
Natalie, I can't believe you actually reached out to your father, all the way in Seattle, instead of calling me. I'm right here, practically around the corner. What do you think your father must have thought? I'm just stunned. Why would you do that?
Margaret, he didn't say a single word against you. He was only concerned about me and the kids.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't say anything out loud, but believe me, I bet he was thinking it. I mean, think about it. He must have wondered why you didn't just turn to me. It must have crossed his mind, like, why didn't Natalie ask Margaret? I'm just right here. Really, why did you avoid me? Why didn't you just come to me for help in the first place?
Why? So you could just come and go as you please, turn around and leave us all alone the next day like it's nothing? I mean, you did that before, remember?
Are you seriously going to hold that over my head forever? How many times do I have to explain? It was my friend's 70th birthday. 70! We've been friends for years. You really think I should miss that? And you're still upset? Look, if you needed me, why didn't you just ask me straight out? I would have shown up. No questions asked.
You know why I didn't? Because I wanted to cut all ties after that. But I didn't, out of respect. And yet you're acting like I've done something wrong by asking my dad to help. Do you realize how serious this was for me? For us?
Fine. Let's really break it down then. I watched your kids for a day, and yes, I had something I couldn't back out of on the next day. Do you know how much I've sacrificed? I raised Eric and practically raised Emily, too. I've been through the ringer. And now, after all these years, I finally get a chance to live for myself. And you expect me to keep sacrificing? What exactly did I do that was so wrong? I don't deserve this humiliation. Not in front of your father.
You know, Margaret, you never see your mistakes as mistakes. They're always excusable, and I'm the one who's at fault for standing my ground. I feel I did what I had to do, and it seems we're just going to have to continue on as opposites, with no middle ground.
You've got a real nerve, Natalie. Just like that, huh? After everything.
Well, you know, you've always been quick to use me when it suited you, Margaret. But the moment I needed a hand, you just turned away. I guess you still think we're in some sort of traditional parent-child relationship, where I'm supposed to do everything. But those days are over. The world has changed, and maybe it's time you realized it.
Oh, this is rich. Do you hear yourself, Natalie? I can't believe this.
Well, Margaret, Take care. Truly.
Walking away just like that? Well, you know what? Good riddance. Aren't you something else? Hey, Natalie. You even reading these messages? Don't tell me you're ignoring me.
Yes, Lorraine, I'm here. I'm sorry, really. I apologize for everything.
You don't need to apologize, Natalie. I'm just reaching out one last time. After all, I'm part of the family, your husband's side, so I figured it might be uncomfortable for you, right? I get it, though. We're practically family by marriage, so I can see how it's tough to navigate sometimes.
Yes, Lorraine. I admit it has been uncomfortable, especially with everything going on. Thank you for understanding.
Look, I'm on your side, but I've got to stand by Margaret outwardly. We old folks, we stick together, you know?
I understand, Lorraine. I really do.
But let me tell you something, Natalie.
Yes?
You did exactly what you had to do. Don't doubt yourself. Well done, my dear. Keep it up, Natalie.
I came to realize that Margaret will never change, so the best decision I made was to cut off contact with her. I blocked her on everything, and it's been 3 years since I last saw her. Whenever she wants to attend the kids' graduations or other important events, I simply step aside. I let her go and make sure I'm not there. I won't stand in the way of her relationship with her grandkids, but I'm also done being a part of it. I remind myself not to worry about whether people think I'm right or wrong. I've done my part, given my best, and so I have no regrets or lingering attachments. From now on, I'm focusing on what brings me peace and protecting my own well-being.
So, Gloria, come on. Can't you just tell me? Just between us. It'll stay here. Promise. What are you gonna do with that info, Margaret? Seriously, you're just going to turn it into the next round of gossip for the whole neighborhood. What? How could you say that? You really think that's all I do, huh? Let's just focus on ourselves, all right? I mean, why do you care so much? You've been poking and prodding like this for years, and it's honestly exhausting. Oh, so now you're going to act like I'm the big bad wolf who's out to spread rumors. What are you talking about? Show me some proof, then. Come on, Margaret. I don't know why you have to know every little detail. Everyone has their quirks, but I have to say, your curiosity is relentless. Excuse me, what are you trying to imply? You know, it's not just me. Everyone at the yoga center thinks you're the one who starts all the rumors. That's the word around the studio, and it didn't come from nowhere. Oh, wow. So now it's all on me, huh? Just because I like to know what's going on, I'm suddenly the town gossip. This is unbelievable. Maybe I should stop coming here altogether. No one's begging you to stay, Margaret. Do what you want. We'll manage. Unbelievable. You guys are too much.
It seems that over time, Margaret became more estranged from her social circles as well. Her so-called close friends at the yoga center have started to distance themselves, and even her relatives have heard about her behavior toward me and grown distant. At first, Eric would drop everything to go running whenever she called. Now he just brushes it off, ignoring the calls as often as possible. He's realized it's too much hassle to keep enabling her. Now she's left with just a few casual acquaintances at her choir and flower arranging classes. Unfortunately for her, those places are inconveniently located, and she doesn't drive. I'm certainly not going to offer any help. The bridge between us has been burned. I hear from my sisters-in-law that she's lonely, that she's really isolated herself. Well, I suppose she's just reaping what she's sown.